Oh, well, first and foremost, I would like to see the fruition of the dreams of folks who have been advocating on environmental justice for a long, long time and almost made it their life's passion. And that's that they have a seat at the table and a voice and that they're listened to. That it is not an afterthought to be redressed later, but that in decision making, in policy making, we give consideration to make sure that those who are poor, those who are already disproportionately impacted for whatever set of reasons aren't being asked to accept an additional share of environmental burden because it's easier or because they're disenfranchised. We don't just want to deal with the bad stuff, but as we see this new economy growing, this green jobs, green collar, green energy, whatever euphemism we want to use, that we get some of that good stuff going as well, so that a lot of communities who may feel separate from environmental issues suddenly have a real stake in them because they literally make their living through green energy or through site cleanup. We've seen some amazing success stories in the Brownfields program where you give jobs to people to help clean up sites in their own community. And you don't just give someone a job when that happens, you build an environmentalist. From the ground up, because now all of a sudden that's an issue that they care about. It literally is their life's work, and that's what we want to see as well. The best part is being part of President Obama's administration. It's starting to hit me, the Green Cabinet, the real change in attitude about the environment, the fact that the president sees the environment as a crucial step towards our economic recovery. He sees clean energy as part of the solution. And so I have a boss and a bunch of colleagues in the cabinet who actually value our role, even though we certainly have moments where we have spirited discussions and disagreements over how to get something done. But at its heart, we're talking about a policy team that really works together to move our country forward on clean energy and addressing climate change. We've started to use the term Green Cabinet. It pops up from time to time on my schedule, and I really like that. And it's a large team. You know, we meet at least monthly to sit around and really try to find ways to break down the silos that have traditionally stymied federal policy making and action. I wish I was eloquent enough to explain to people how much of a dream come true it is to be back at EPA at this time. I think if you ask any career civil servant in the building, if you could do anything for EPA over the last 8 years, what would you do? And they would say, I'd like to bring the place back. I'd like to value the employees. I'd like to make the American people know how important the work is that we do and how serious it is that we take it. And I get to do that. And I worked here for 16 years before as one of those folks in the trenches. And so I wish I could tell you how extraordinary it is. All I can say is that it's worth, moving the family, figuring out, selling the house, getting here as soon as possible, because from the president to every single one of the employees, it's just been an incredible experience. Really an honor.